Last week we started with 5 bowlers. Gary Santora defeated Bill Treeful 4-15 to 3-11, eliminating Treeful. Now we're down to 4, and it's Santora taking on 3rd seed Jeff Atkins this afternoon. Waiting in the wings, Rich Hallis and Rich Lottie. As we begin this afternoon from Leda Lanes in Nashua, our first bowler will be 4th seed Gary Santora from Auburn, Massachusetts. Gary's 42 years old, a board repair technician for Stratus Computers. Married to Michelle, and his hobbies include hockey and golf. A Worcester native who bowls out of Thunderbird Lanes in Auburn and Colonial in Worcester, now living in Auburn, Massachusetts.
And the lights didn't make him nervous last week, Dick, for his debut performance on TV50's Candlepin Stars and Strikes. 3 solid games, 132, 148, and 135 for a 415 triple and a better than 100 pin margin of victory over Bill Treeful.
We have a $775 carryover in our triple strike jackpot. And we had a winner in the bonus ball contest last week. So we start out with $20 in the bonus ball contest. We'll tell you more about that a bit later on. Also tell you about the second opportunity for a winner in our bonus ball contest. Ray Simino at Leda Lanes has generously added a prize of 10 strings of free bowling at Leda Lanes to a second winner whose name will be drawn from our barrel of entries at Leda Lanes. Now Jeff Atkins. And I also want to mention that in our bonus ball contest, if you do not match the number of pins knocked down by a winning bowler, you will win a set of mugs courtesy of N&R Trophy of Winchendon, Massachusetts. Jeff Atkins.
He's not going to wait to get out of the box this week.
He almost didn't make it into the box this week.
Yes, this is true. Car difficulties on his way to Leda Lanes today.
Broke down, had to be picked up by Ray Simino, the proprietor of Leda Lanes.
That was, of course, after he had been picked up by Mass State Police.
A 2-pin fill.
So he'll need to make some money to pay for any towing and repair charges to his car today. Yeah, a tough fill of only 2, knocking out the 1 and the 5.
That's a strong 9 box for Jeff Atkins. And since I'll make up the rules as we go along, had Jeff Atkins not made it in time, I would have bowled.
Would have been Dick Lutz and Gary Santora. You didn't sabotage this car by any chance, did you, Dick?
9-pin drop by Santora. Just missed it. He was the model of consistency last week, a 132 first string, a 148 second string, finishing both of those matches off with consecutive marks, 4 in the first and 3 in the second, and a 135 third string for his 415 triple.
And he also piled up, I believe, $170 in bonus money as well.
Well, he's been right around the head pin in each of the 4 boxes and has nothing to show for it thus far, and a tough leave here with wood that makes it even more difficult.
Not good wood at all. So he's got to hope for some caroming action of the ball and the pins to take out the 10 in the corner. That's what happened.
That'll do it. It was the ball that got it.
Yes, as we'll see on instant replay here.
Watch the ball hit the back panel and come back and knock over the 10 pin.
Right off the curtain. Still falling for Jeff Atkins. And that is the 1, the 8, and the 9. A little wood there to maybe help him out.
He'll take it. Watch it again. Tough spare. You never give up in Candlepin bowling. You never, ever, ever give up.
Well, another 2 fill.
2 spares and 2 pins on each of them.
2 in the 8 came out. Everything else still there. This will be a spirited match, I think. These guys will be trading punches as we go.
42 through 4 for Jeff Atkins. Gary Santora has 39 plus a ball through 4 boxes. Michael and I were reminiscing during the break about some of the old bowling shows on TV, Candlepin and 10. And I was reminding him of a program that used to be on Friday nights after the fights called Make That Spare, where bowlers used to compete making tough spares. Long time ago.
Talking the 50s, right, Dick?
Late 50s, early 60s.
Boy, has television changed ever since. Make That Spare has been replaced by Melrose Place now.
And Gary Santora with $50 in bonus money. 3 marks in a row.
Take another look at this. 5 and the 9 last to go.
Jeff Atkins says, "I beg your pardon." And he answers with a strike of his own.
Nasty little split with a little wood. 3-4 in the 6.
Tough shot.
I'm not convinced the wood is all that helpful here.
Well, he didn't need it. He didn't need it. Slid the front pin right over. Perfectly done by Jeff Atkins. He has a chance for bonus money. Gary Santora, a chance for more bonus money. Stays out of the split. Just picked it.
And a groan from our capacity crowd here again at Leda Lanes.
Another great crowd on hand. 95 through 7 for Gary Santora.
2 easy spares that he's missed. Otherwise, he'd have a whale of a game at this point.
Another 8-pin drop and a spare opportunity.
Difference between a good day and a lousy day, the way he's throwing the ball today, is he's breaking up the splits. If it was a bad day, he wouldn't be.
Threw it by the object pin. Three coulda-haves.
Still a respectable 105 through 8. But Jeff Atkins is now looking for his first crack at bonus money with this ball.
Well, the 7-pin moved a couple of inches, but didn't go over. But the wood is certainly set up.
The wood fell where he would have liked it to, I think.
The key is to hit the head pin.
Just don't want to chop the head pin off the 3.
Missed the head pin. Missed it again. 87 through 7. Box to box, an 8-pin lead for Gary Santora.
He's got that ball that kind of hooks from the left back to the right. Hasn't really gotten in the right spot for the give the ball a fighting chance to get back to the head pin on a lot of these first shots. Pretty shot.
With that spare, this match is virtually even.
Little kiss to the 8-pin. Down it goes.
Gary threw it by the head pin, but got a break. Threw it by the head pin again.
He's getting some very nice breaks on his first balls, but he's not taking advantage of some of the spare leaves that he's had.
And that'll be a 9 box, a 114.
Could easily been another 25 pins right there with
well, you look
spares.
back on this string for Gary Santora, and he had several opportunities. Again, he missed the head pin.
Well, he got to pretty much bowl on cruise control last week, as Bill Treefel never really challenged him, but this week Jeff Atkins will keep it close, and we'll see how he performs under a little more competitive situation today.
The wood makes this makeable.
Good call, Dick. We'll take a look at it on instant replay here.
Played it well, got the action and the spare. And a 6 on top of it, and a 130 first string for Gary Santora. The mark of consistency from last week to this week. Now Jeff Atkins working on a spare.
Triangle on the right side. 3-5 and the 6. No wood.
Threw it by the object pin again.
Missing again to the left, the ball not tailing back as he would have liked.
$114 for Jeff Atkins, box to box. As you can see, they're even. But Gary Santora finished with a spare and the 6 to fill it. Jeff Atkins punches right through the center.
Spread eagle minus the 7 pin. Best he can hope for is 124. Certainly within striking distance of our leader, Gary Santora.
It is a 124 for Jeff Atkins, a 6-pin lead for Gary Santora after our first string of this match on Candlepin Stars and Strikes on WNDS TV 50. We'll return to Leda Lanes in Nashua in just a moment. Now there are 2 chances for you to win in our Candlepin Stars and Strikes bonus ball contest. The first chance comes at the end of the match when our winner will bowl a ball and we'll draw a postcard, and if you match the number between 1 and 10, you will win the amount of money in the jackpot that week. The second opportunity is for you to win 10 free strings of bowling, courtesy of Leda Lanes in Nashua. And all you have to do is send your postcard to Leda Lanes, 340 Amherst Street, Nashua, New Hampshire, and we'll draw your postcard after the match, and you'll have 2 chances to win following every match every week on WNDS TV 50's Candlepin Stars and Strikes. Jeff Atkins trailing by 6 as we start our second string, and he opens with a 9 box.
Starting off with that nasty half Worcester, able to whittle it away to 9. Coming in with a 6-pin deficit. The man who's been runner-up twice in the last 3 ladders prior to this one.
He has run into some red-hot bowlers in his previous appearances on Candlepin Stars and Strikes.
The bat nearly went.
Back on December 7th, he lost to Tom Morgan. Morgan rolled a 412 to beat Jeff Atkins 392. And then back on November 9th, Gary Carrington rolled a 408 to Jeff Atkins 368. So he ran into a couple of red-hot bowlers, and you watch Jeff make this spare once again. A 10 box, rather, I should say.
Spoke to Jeff prior to starting today, and I said, well, you've been on 3 out of the 4 broadcast ladders. He said, the only reason I missed one is because we were in Canada during the roll-off time.
He was with the United States team up in the competition.
Right. Highly indignant that we would have a roll-off while he was out of the country.
You're going to want to watch that one again, as Gary Santora played it perfectly.
Wow.
Good hit, good hit. Good hit!
A strike on top of the spare to open the second string for Gary Santora.
And Jeff Atkins is thinking, oh, not again. A lot of time to go. Got great wood, though, doesn't it?
Still has to get that head pin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Some anxious moments.
Skip lob worked out okay for him.
Everything went by it, but it still stands.
Yeah, he's going to keep Gary Santora honest. I think he's going to not let him get too far out of range here.
That wood to the left, I think, is close enough to be to his advantage. It is.
Played it perfectly. Back-to-back spares for Atkins.
Every week, our Candlepin Stars and Strikes broadcast on WNDS TV 50 is made possible because of the efforts of a lot of people who go into the formula to put a show like this together. Gary Santora looking for bonus money. He earned $50 in bonus money in the first string. This is a $50 pin standing right now. And it's still standing. Put the 50 bucks back in the vault. Our TV 50 crew working on Candlepin Stars and Strikes this week as Gary gets the 10. Include director Vic Cross, Lisa Law working computer graphics, Dave McCarthy on instant replay, Ken Knights on audio, Larry Taylor works the video. Our camera crew of Bob Dold, Steve Draus, and Gary Van Nortwick, all here to make it possible for you to watch Candlepin Stars and Strikes each week on WNDS TV 50, and we're happy you're there.
That's right. We're the ones everybody sees, but they're the ones that really do the work.
And you're the ones that make it possible.
Have we left anybody out here?
.59 through 4 for Gary Santora. Jeff Atkins works on a mark as we near the halfway point of this match of Candlepin Stars and Strikes on WNDS TV 50. You look at Jeff Atkins from Springfield, Massachusetts, as he gets ready to bowl in the 5th box of our second string. He's working on a spare. He has 48 plus a ball. Gary Santora 59 through 4. A 6-pin fill. So box to box, Gary Santora with a 5-pin lead in this string to go with his 6-pin lead from the first string. Totals 11. Jeff Atkins gave it a shot, trying to slide that lead pin over to grab the 7, but shot it by it. And an 8-box.
Our runner-up today, Dick, takes home $175. And, of course, the winner moves on next week to meet Rich Hallis, the man they call the Hawk. Seed number 2, and that winner goes on to meet Rich Lottie, sitting atop the ladder. He had 690 in his roll-off score.
Jeff Atkins is 43. He's been a letter carrier for 19 years. Wonder if the mail gets delivered today.
Well, not on Sunday.
Not on Sunday.
Don't luck, Jeff. Good enough, Jeff. Good net, Jeff.
10 box for Jeff.
Been on TV about 40 times, so this is nothing new to him, including winner of the True Value Open back in 1989. That was a $10,000 paycheck for him.
Gary Santora.
Has he lost his touch? It appears he has the last couple of boxes.
Now, Gary.
Missed the headpin again. He's been off the headpin in this string just a little bit.
He's fortunate in that he's up against a couple of Jeff Atkins open frames.
$9 box. $68 half. That time he grabbed the headpin but couldn't break up the split. And how the wood settles down will determine what sort of a spare opportunity he has, and it looks to be pretty decent.
Beauty! He got it. Nice shot, Gary.
Watch it again as he played the wood off the side wall, and it grabbed it on the way by.
Yeah, actually, it was the rebound off the wall, so it missed it on the first try over and then came back and got it, barely.
Now Jeff Atkins really needs to mark.
Still over too far on the left, leaving 6 pins standing.
Yeah, especially when he found out I got the fire. Now, Jeff.
Cut the head pin.
So now he's got the diamond along with the 8 pin. Not an easy bunch.
Be sure you don't miss.
$9 and 81 through 7. Gary Santora with about a 15-pin lead in the match, taking into account the mark that he has going for him in the 6th box. Jeff Atkins really can't let it get too far away from him.
I don't think that he will, quite frankly.
Well, do you play the wood on the right here, Michael, or do you go for the 2 on the left? I'd be adventurous and go for the wood on the right.
I would put a ball in each hand and see if I could throw 2 at once.
He kept it on the lane just to the very end, tried to slide it over and didn't get it to go.
That might have been the shot.
91 through 8 for Jeff Atkins. Gary Santora with a chance to open some daylight. He's working on a mark. You see Gary's high single of 193. Again, he missed the head pin. 6-pin fill.
Both bowlers doing that, and both missing to the left for the most part.
An 18-pin lead in the match for Gary Santora.
I love to see that thing. You know what I mean?
4 horsemen covering from the outside, as you'll see here on the replay. Instead of going between the 1 and 3, he took the 1 pin on the left. Knocked him down domino style.
Now bonus money. There it is. That's another $50 for Gary Santora. And more importantly, it opened some daylight in this match.
Brought the crowd to life, that's for sure.
Now Jeff bounced one and got a break.
He's going to get the 10 pin here. Oh!
Didn't take it.
5-9-10. Not an easy shot.
Oh,
Just missed it. Tried to cut the 5 to grab the 9 on the way by.
hit it just a little bit.
Just like that. That's what he was trying to do. The ball before. 101 through 9. Watch it again.
Four horsemen on the right, 4 and the 7, left corner.
And he picked the head pin. Well, Gary Santora stands to take a sizable lead into this third string. An 8 box to finish out and a 109 for Jeff Atkins. Gary Santora already has 114 plus a ball. And a 6-pin lead carrying over from the first string. Gary with an opportunity for more bonus money. He's got 50 already in this string. This is a $20 shot coming up.
Going a little too far to the right, hoping to catch the cap of the deadwood. Send it across to take out the 4. Did not happen.
131. A little thin in the pocket on the Brooklyn side.
Slowed his delivery down just a little bit, and it seemed to be enough to keep the ball from going too far left. So he may take that adjustment into the third game.
Will not pick up the spare. A 10 box and a 141 second string for Gary Santora. A 38-pin lead in the match as we head to the third string of our match on Candlepin Stars and Strikes between Jeff Atkins and Gary Santora from Leda Lanes in Nashua. Gary Santora leading Jeff Atkins 271 to 233, a 38-pin advantage for Santora, who will bowl first in our third string here this afternoon on Candlepin Stars and Strikes. Bounced it down and got 9. Maybe that's the secret.
That could be the secret. I don't think the lane operators would be too happy with that agenda, though.
The wood was too far in front of the 8-pin. That's where the deadwood hurts you in Candlepin bowling.
So deceptive.
Because there's just no way around that piece of wood.
Well, the ball and the pins weigh about the same. A pin is 2 pounds 8 ounces. The ball is 2.7 max. So you don't get a straight back. You get more of a deflection at an equal angle. It's a geometric thing. I don't think we'd need to go into that any further.
I would dispute one thing with you, though.
Yes.
You say the pins weigh. There's a spare for Gary. It seems whenever I bowl, the pins weigh about 10 pounds.
Where are you bowling
planted.
these days? Yes.
They just don't move.
I think many of us can identify with that.
Not only are they heavy, they have spikes that hold them into the lane.
Well, you did pretty well last time you went bowling. You said you had a 114 string.
You remembered that, huh?
Absolutely.
Jeff bounces one down. He saw what Gary did, thought he'd try it.
Sure.
Worked for him.
Yeah. I think you're right. When you do that, the ball ain't gonna work.
Still the same 6 pins staring him in the face for his third ball in the first frame. Oh, boy.
5 box to start for Jeff Atkins. Trailing in the match going in by 38 pins. Losing 5 more in the first box. And now he's up against a Gary Santora mark.
Nice assortment of deadwood out there to help his cause.
There's a lot of action out there.
7 of the 10 pins still on the deck.
He needed that one.
Yeah, and he can't stop now either.
Watch it again. There was enough wood out there to cause something to happen, and it did.
But still losing another 5 pins through 2 boxes.
Gary Santora seems to have found the groove again.
Well, we'll see how he is on his spares this game. A little shaky last match.
Now, this falls into the category of makeable for even Mike Moore.
And he does nicely with the help of the wood, of course.
And an opportunity for more bonus money. He has $100 thus far in this match. He won $170 last week in bonus money. And now he's got a tough shot. This is one of those, you just throw it down there, hit the wood, and hope something happens.
Pretty much sums up most of my bowling experience.
Have to hit the nose of that front wood. See if you get it. Nope. Now the ball came back and took one off the back wall.
Ball came back and may need to be removed.
That's all right. As long as the ball hits something.
Kind of looks like a graphic from the Weather Channel. Big globe spinning around down there.
The ball still sits on the lane.
Chris Bovair will make his weekly run down. Remove it, as the rules state. It must be.
To bring it back and throw it into the crowd for a souvenir.
Yeah, $10. Let's see. So that was a 9, Phil, wasn't it? I'll have to go back and correct that.
Jeff Atkins on the head pin that time, leaves himself a spare opportunity. Can't afford to miss when an opportunity presents itself such as this. Second mark in a row for Jeff Atkins, and an opportunity for bonus money for Jeff for the first time this afternoon.
Got to keep the momentum going.
Right through the head pin. It's a game of inches. It's a game of millimeters. 3-pin fill. He had a couple of spares in the first string, which he filled with 2. And they come back to haunt you. $6 for Jeff Atkins. So Gary Santora continues to lead with 6 frames to go of our match this afternoon from Leda Lanes in Nashua, with Gary Santora and Jeff Atkins headed down the home stretch. Gary Santora steps to lane 34 at Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. Dick Lutzk with Mike Morin. Happy to have you with us for Candlepin Stars and Strikes. This is week 2 of series number 4. 3 champions have been crowned and will advance to our Tournament of Champions. Gary Carrington, Joe Ashline, and Mike Morgan are all waiting. Look at Gary, look down the lane, 2, 3 times he looked.
Made a funny sound, too. I can't explain it.
66 half.
Get a mark now. Get a mark now. That's
Watch it again as Gary Santora continues to apply the pressure to Jeff Atkins. a 72-pin lead, but that doesn't count. That doesn't take into account that Jeff has 2 boxes to bowl.
There's the 1, 3, 7, and the 8. Jeff Atkins earlier this year, Dick, coming in 2nd place, the WCBC tournament at the Bolorama in Sanford, Maine, losing to Craig Holbrook, who was on our show last fall. And last year, he won his 4th tournament. Only a handful of bowlers have won even more than 2 or 3, and he's up there. He won the 4th tournament of the year, a tournament that was dedicated to the memory of Hall of Famer, the great Stacia Zernike.
A 51.5 for Jeff Atkins. Comparing box to box, a 15-pin lead in the string for Gary Santora. Jeff needs them all to go, and they go.
There hasn't been a lot to smile about today for Jeff Atkins, beginning with his car breaking down on the way to Leda Lanes today and all the other pitfalls he seemed to have run across.
Gary's working on a strike of his own,
hoping that the 3 would have gone and the 2 would have gone into the 4 and take out the 7, but not to be.
But a spare opportunity here.
Good job, good job.
And a chance for bonus money. Watch it again. The ball goes into the channel and comes back out and kicks out the 7-pin. He lost control of that one. A 2-pin fill and a little bit of a raspberry from the crowd here.
I think this is uncalled for. Guy's bowling his heart out and he gets booed by a previously friendly audience.
And an 8 box.
The door is open. Not all that widely, but the door is open for Jeff Atkins now.
Well, he'd have to finish with a real flurry.
Well, he certainly is capable of it. Perhaps he's been saving it for the last half of the last string. He is up against another spare in this frame.
With just a 2-pin fill, though, so he has an opportunity. Took it the hard way.
Yeah, he caught that deadwood just before it hit the 6. Lucky it didn't deflect a little more in the other direction. But spare is a spare. Take a few pins up here with a better fill, and then another mark against an open frame in the 8th for Santora.
Right through the head pin again.
And that tells the tale of Jeff Atkins today, sorry to say. .94 through 8. Gary Santora's added 12 pins to the 38-pin advantage he enjoyed after 2 strings. So his lead is 50 with 2 frames to go. Relaxing a little bit here. He's got the match well in hand. 7 standing. He'll play Hawk Hallis next week, climbing the ladder toward Rich Lottie at the top. It's $175 for Jeff Atkins. He'll be our runner-up today.
Good shot.
That will officially close out the match. Gary Santora will advance.
Crowd would like to see a three-bagger here for the triple strike pull. Not this time. Leaving 4 standing. And a possible 134 game.
Good shot.
134 it is. And a 405 triple for Gary Santora. Once again, Jeff Atkins runs into a 400 triple on Candlepin
right.
Stars and Strikes.
3 times in a row. Well, we'll see him back again. I think he's qualified for every ladder that he's tried for.
A spare for Jeff. That's his 5th mark of the string.
Some bad fills, though, 3 and 4. And the diamond or the dinner bucket. Call it whatever you like. Not an easy shot, but there is some wood back there, so that is of some help. Nine pin still stands. Best he can do is 120.
And that's what it is, a 120 for Jeff Atkins and a 353 triple, and Gary Santora will advance. He'll take on 2nd seed Rich Hallis next week. We'll come back to meet our bowlers when we continue on Candlepin Stars and Strikes on WNDS TV 50. Jeff Atkins has been on our series 3 of our 4 times since we've come back on the air, and each time he's run up against a 400 triple.
Yeah, he's running into guys that are averaging almost 140 over the last couple of weeks. Gary Santora hasn't been under 130, so that's the telling tale, and we have some parting gifts for both our bowlers.
Let's call up Jeff Atkins from Springfield, Massachusetts. Jeff? Don't know what it is, but every time you run into somebody who's red hot.
Yeah, I don't. Gary bowled great today. He was so consistent, and I was just the opposite, so...
Well, you've been here 3 of our 4 times, and I'm sure we'll see you again. Here's $175 for your effort. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
We'll see you again soon. Jeff Atkins from Springfield, Massachusetts, and now Gary Santora will bowl a bonus ball, and we'll try to match it up with a contest winner. And it's a 5, and let's see what we've got as Mike Moran reaches into the barrel of postcards here, which is filled to the brim with entries for our bonus ball contest. This is from Constance McGlenn of Salisbury, and Constance picked the number 9. Constance did not have a match, but she will win a consolation prize, which is a set of mugs from N&R Trophy in Winchendon, Massachusetts. And now Michael will reach in again, and we'll have a second winner. 10 free strings of bowling here at Leda Lanes go to Margaret Dimmick of Bristol, New Hampshire. Congratulations to you, Margaret. Now let's bring in this afternoon's winner, Gary Santora from Auburn, Massachusetts. 2nd week in a row over 400. You've really found a groove on these lanes.
It looks that way. I just hope I can keep it going.
Is there something about the lanes that you like? Is there anything that's, any nuances here? Anything that's different about these lanes?
Oh, not really. Just
find the groove and keep at it. Yeah. Well, $100 in bonus money and a chance to come back next week and meet our 2nd seed Rich Hallis. Congratulations to you, Gary. Again, we'll see you next week. Gary Santora from Auburn, Massachusetts. That sets up next week, number 4 meeting number 2.
That's right, Dick. 2 weeks ago, nobody knew who Gary Santora was, at least fans of TV 50, Stars and Strikes, and we've got another brand new face, Hawk Hallis, to take on Red Hot Santora.
We'll look forward to seeing you then, too. For Mike Moore and I'm Dick Lutz from Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. Thanks for watching Candlepin Stars and Strikes on WNDS TV 50. We'll see you next week.